Welcome everybody to the second binational racquetball tournament held here in Fort Bliss, El Paso, Texas. You're watching the men's pro division. Our official Gustavo Farrell, the organizer of this tournament, along with Gary Mazeroff, is officiating this match between Ochoa on the right in the Adidas sweater and Gutierrez on the left in the E4 shirt. Both players from Mexico. Should be a terrific match. Looking forward to this one. Tim Baghurst joining you today. Beautiful sunny day here in El Paso, Texas. This is the second binational tournament, as I said, held last year, and the numbers have grown this year, and we've got some top players here in the pro division. You're looking at two of them also appearing, Alan Natera, Felipe Camacho, and Alejandro Landa, all household names. Should be a great event. Should be a great match, so strap yourself in, and hope you enjoy this match. Farrell just going over some of the rules, some of the differences perhaps between some of the pro tours and the official rules of the International Racquetball Federation, which is what is being used here in this tournament. While we've got a second, while the players are getting ready, just want to thank our sponsors for all their support in making this match happen. It looks like we're about ready to go. Just waiting on Ochoa over to my left. Looks to be on his phone. Not sure what he's looking at. Looks like he's reading something. Well, once again, if you're just joining us, my name's Tim Baghurst, and here supporting this binational tournament. Want to say a big thank you to Fernando the Hurricane Batista for his support of this tournament and this stream. He's sponsoring this stream and allowing us to stream that. So we want to thank him, and Red Roo Racquetball for his support. We can see up to my right, Ochoa is entering the court. Gutierrez is ready to go. Gutierrez supported by his wife, down to my right, sitting on the floor. Ochoa was victorious yesterday against Jay Munoz. Gutierrez took out yours truly. So here we go. 0 serving 0, Ochoa to serve first. Great start from Gutierrez. Both of these players played extremely well yesterday. I saw the match between Ochoa and Munoz. Ochoa, very quick and powerful. But does make a few more mistakes than Gutierrez, at least yesterday. Gutierrez, one skip in 2 games, played incredibly well, lots of kill shots, and you can see there, loves to pinch. So you'll see a lot of pinches from him. Ochoa, a little bit more of a classic player. Two quick points for Gutierrez. If you're just joining us, thank you for watching. Please do share our feed. Really appreciate it. Lots of people here watching on for the first time around me. Never seen racquetball, coming through this fitness center and enjoying the spectacle. Great open area behind me with lots of stadium seating. It's been a great crowd all weekend, and it's going to get larger as we near the semifinals and finals. Well, you saw the pinch from Gutierrez, and then you saw the speed of Ochoa. Ochoa keeping the ball alive, but Gutierrez passing him down the right side. Good serve, great return. And Gutierrez earns a point, but you could see the way he looked. He knew he should have done better, and really it was Ochoa who made the mistake, putting the ball in the floor. Zero serving 4. Soft touch from Ochoa. That was tough. And I'm joined by tournament director Gary Mazeroff. Gary, great to have you on the air. Should be a terrific match.
Absolutely. Winner will get to the semi, which will be played tomorrow, and then the final.
Well, I already mentioned the speed of Ochoa, but Gutierrez loves to pinch. And as I discovered yesterday, if you have to cover the pinch, if you don't put that ball down when he does pinch it, you're caught up front and you can get past pretty easily.
Yeah. As you said, he has tremendous feet, great hands.
Very unorthodox player, I think most would agree with. Another good pass from Gutierrez. Ochoa looks back, looks like he's looking at his fellow Mexican, Alan Natera, over to my left for some guidance.
Snapped across court. Pass shot, caught Polo off guard.
Rare mistake from Gutierrez. Big skip on his backhand. Gives Ochoa another point. 2 serving 4.
Tim, all these guys are pounding the ball. It appears with the E-Force black, the speed is not what it was with the pen green. And you've played a few matches. What do you think?
I have to agree. Gutierrez, unique swing, a point given. I thought that was clearly short. Wow. 5 serving 2. You could, well, you can't quite see, but Ochoa turning around, frustrated with that call. It's one of those things where you just have to let it go. You can't change the decision. And he does well to get the side out. Natera tells Ochoa to take a timeout. Early timeout in this match. He has 2 per international racquetball rules. Gary, just provide those who are joining us for the first time, give us some information about this tournament, why it's designed this way, what the hope is for this tournament in the future.
This is called a binational Pro-Am racquetball event, melding southwest area of the U.S. with the frontera, the border area of Mexico. We have a long history of working together from Albuquerque and Santa Fe up north all the way down to Chihuahua City in the south. And we wanted to reinvigorate racquetball in this area through the hard work of Gustavo Farrell and his group here. We started last year. We drew 80 players. This year we drew almost 100. And so we're incrementally increasing the number of divisions, and as well as the quality with the pros. And we've elected to use international rules. So as Tim indicated, folks, there are some differences.
So here we go, 2 serving 5.
Nice touch.
Gutierrez, that was loose from him. He had what he wanted. It wasn't a great serve, and he hit the sidewall and was punished. 3 serving 5.
That's a great serve.
There's an example of Gutierrez. He loves pinching the ball. Ochoa knew it was coming, lined up to take it, and earned another point.
Next time he's in that position, he'll opt to go wide angle. Oh my, errant backhand. He'd like that one again.
And it's fun to watch Gutierrez because you can see his expression while he's playing. He knows when he hits a bad shot. And actually yesterday when I was playing him, he was talking after he hit a bad shot to himself, which, by the way, you're not supposed to do, but it was quiet. And where he's like, I can't believe I did that, you know. And it's fun to watch his expressions while he plays because he's not much of a poker player in that sense.
Right. There it is. That funky forehand that works.
Six serving 4. Gutierrez started with 4-0. It's another skip from Ochoa. Gary, we haven't seen Gutierrez playing for a while, but we know he's a quality player. He's been in the international scene for many years, and you would have to say he's probably the favorite right now.
That's accurate. There's such a cadre of fine, young male and female ball players from Mexico coming up, so Got to take advantage while you have it. Ochoa, very impressive.
On his knees, Ochoa.
Mexico years ago, when Fido Baca took over for Villagrán, decided the main thrust of the Mexican Federation was to develop youth, and they've been able to do so and establish a legacy since then.
Great pickup, Gutierrez. And another skip from Ochoa. You feel like he's just trying to do a little too much.
Exactly, exactly.
Gutierrez is faster than you think, moves around the court quite well, forcing Ochoa to just hit a little bit more than he wants to. And you feel like Ochoa is almost too animated. Trying to hit it too hard, too perfect. Great get, Ochoa. Another great get, Gutierrez. Oh my goodness, another skip. Again though, he's having to run up into the service box and in front to take those shots.
Yeah, it's unnerving. Unnerving. Looking from here, you say, well, he could have taken another half step and stroked the ball, but he's trying to do too much, as you said.
And it is easier out here, that has to be said.
Certainly. Nice get.
See what kind of serve Ochoa comes up with. Hasn't really found anything that's working so far.
Having joined you in progress, has he used a Z serve, Tim?
Not yet.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fine. That's
wow.
a fine shot, folks. Jumping back off one foot and snapping a forehand winner in the right corner.
It felt like he did that all day yesterday when I played him, Gary.
I would imagine.
It's like, really? Oh, but Ochoa responds. Good shot himself, side out. He's not going to be intimidated.
Staying with that serve, it looks like. See which side he goes down.
Another great pickup, Gutierrez. Oh, no. Went for too much. High shoulder height.
39 feet. He was hungry on that one. He's such a cat. He gets the most shots. He doesn't have to do that stuff.
And it's Ochoa really who's making the unforced errors.
Yeah.
So if Gutierrez can just play clean, I think he's going to be successful. Nine serving 5.
He asked for a hinder. Wasn't awarded. He won the rally anyway.
One of the things I've noticed when Gutierrez does serve to this left side, Ochoa flicks it cross court consistently, struggling to go down the line, and so Gutierrez can just take a half step over and have a better opportunity to return that.
Ball's down.
6 serving 9.
Lead official in this match, Gustavo Farel, international ref, tournament director, promoter of the event, successful business person, and resides here in El Paso.
Timeout.
Excuse me. We're glad to have his son, Estefan, helping at the tournament desk, who will be going into the U.S. military service in December, Tim. Just graduated from the University of Texas, El Paso. He'll be joining the service.
Well, we are here at Fort Bliss. 60,000 people on this base. It's incredible to be here and just see the scope and size of it. We also want to just take a moment to thank all of the sponsors for this event. Obviously, as we mentioned, a large IRF contingent here, even players coming down from the World Seniors that were held a couple months ago. But a special shout out to Fernando the Hurricane Batista, who is supporting this stream. I want to thank him and Red Roo Racquetball for their support of racquetball and just seeing racquetball grow, not only here but around the world.
Look forward to working again with you next week in San Luis Potosí for the International Racquetball Federation World Junior Championships. Anyone who qualifies for the respective countries who is under 19 as of January 1 of this calendar year is entitled to participate, boys and girls.
And actually, there are some of the juniors here in this tournament who will be going to San Luis next week. So it's been fun to see them playing as well. I think we're just having a quick towel break and we're good to go.
To continue your theme earlier about international rules, perhaps the most important difference is that in international play, once the server strikes the ball, his partner and his partner in doubles and the server, of course, is able to relieve the respective, remove themselves from their respective positions in the service zone.
Again, you saw Ochoa went cross court. It's a consistent theme. Will Gutierrez pick it up? That's one of the challenges. If you don't have a coach available, sometimes they don't see things like that. Third skip of this first game for Gutierrez. Six serving 9.
Same serve. Nice get.
Snap of the wrist. He has very strong wrists, a lot of flick in his shots.
Polo hit a nice shot, but Ochoa was able to take the ball off the short hop and snap a winner.
Pushing Ochoa all over the court. Great get, Ochoa.
Nice.
Oh, that's terrific. Gutierrez, what hands. Really difficult to execute. He did that extremely well.
Takes the ball off the short hop, coming from the ceiling, and drops it into the left corner.
Incredible speed from Ochoa, though, just to stay in that point. Great serve.
I think he said
fault, but I don't know why. Or maybe it's a replay, I think.
I think he held up. It was a great serve.
It
jammed
was.
him. Yet, Ochoa was in position to do something on the return, so he held up. Good call.
Well, Gutierrez doesn't agree and looks back at us. He jumped. Ochoa, I think, could have swung, so that's always the discretion of the official. And again, we just talked about it. You just have to let that go and go on to the next point. We'll see if it affects him here.
Great move strategically from Ochoa.
That was a loose return from Gutierrez, and it got punished. Serve, poor return, kill shot. 8 serving 9. All of a sudden, Ochoa knocking on the door. First to 15 win by 1.
Body language.
9 serving 9, all tied. been all Ochoa since Gutierrez took his timeout.
What a nice serve.
This will come off the back wall. And another skip from Gutierrez deep in the backcourt. That's two, Gary, that he's taken very high. And you just wonder, given the pace of Ochoa and the movement, does he feel the pressure to do a little too much?
He does, because anything left up will be grabbed.
Ochoa, though, is playing a lot cleaner in the last 5 minutes than he was at the beginning of the match.
Locating the serve better, getting more depth on it, better angle, and he's right there to grab it 20, 25 feet and put it away.
Great serve. Cracks out. Gutierrez does have another timeout. Avoidable hinder given. Gary, what's your take?
I agree with the call. If he had cleared, but there was a visual hinder on the way to it, so he precluded him from taking a full swing. It was good he held up. He could have gotten clipped. That was a great.
Second serve, short serve called. That's
nice.
A terrific cross-court pass from Gutierrez. It's what he needed. He's got some fans over to my right. Nine serving 13. Struggling with his drive serve. Gutierrez, I'd like to see him hit that jam again. It worked last time. Sure, he got the safety hold up, but that's a snap of the wrist.
Went to a Z. Standard Z left side from the right-hander. Got the weak return he was looking for. Let's see if he goes with it again. And the answer is no.
Ochoa just checking to see if the ball was broken. Can Oni be checked by squeezing the ball? And another skip from Gutierrez. I talked to him about that yesterday, Gary, and just how clean he played against yours truly. One skip in 2 games, and he said, yeah, typically my goal is 1 skip per game. Well, he's got 5 in this first game.
He's got a month of skips here.
Wow, Ochoa. Diving, did something with it. Game point number 1. Gutierrez kept his cool. Saves the game point. He's not out of this.
One at a time.
Struggling with his drive serve in this game.
Played it for the reverse, but it was too low. Yeah, I agree with you. He is struggling, as was Ochoa earlier, but he found it more recently and was able to generate the points off that. A lot of short serves. Come with the Z again.
Ochoa left it up. Another point for Gutierrez. Like you said, one at a time. Ochoa going to take his second and final timeout. Gary, put yourself in the shoes of Ochoa. You had a game point. You lost the game point. You now lost 2 points in a row. What do you do? What do you say to somebody in that kind of situation?
Concentrate on the return of serve. Put the pressure on. I mean, there are no guarantees. Make a good return. You've been going cross court most of the time. So if that's what feels good, then do it. Clear him out, and you're strong enough and you're quick enough up front that if he makes a mistake, you're going to get back to serve. At which time you come back with your strength, which more recently has been the drive left. And when he's come short, Tim, he's been able to nick lob and keep Polo deep. And as you said, a couple of questionable returns by Polo. So will he do it again, try to hit an overhead winner, or will he go to the ceiling? And at this altitude, at 4,000 feet, a lot of these are jumping off the back. So we'll see what happens.
So here we go. 12 serving 14. First game, a quarterfinal. Great quarterfinal. Other quarterfinals going on around us. Landa, Camacho, Nateras coming up. Another skip from Ochoa.
He got what he wanted. He missed it. So here we are. 1 point more for Polo. There it is. Okay. So I have a point lead. I have my second game point in hand here. What am I going to do? Let's go back to the strength. Polo still thinking, well, he can go right. He's gone right a few times off this serve.
This is tough. Here it is. Oh, Ochoa finishes it with a forehand pinch winner. He takes the first game. Players have 2 minutes. Gutierrez not happy with the end of that game. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Tim Baghurst joining you with Gary Mazeroff, reminding you that we will be in San Luis Potosí, Mexico in a week's time for the Junior World Championships. Gary, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we have about 16 countries from around the world coming in. The top players, boys and girls under 19, all the way down to age 10, representing their homelands. Singles and doubles for both boys and girls. Favored teams, obviously Mexico, USA, Bolivia, Costa Rica. They're the top 4. more recently, Mexico has won since they put that emphasis on developing the juniors since 2000. They have more titles than any other country. Don't count the U.S. out, and Costa Rica is an up-and-coming organization, and Bolivia, incredible.
Well, we should also mention Guatemala and their 10 courts that are almost complete. That's going to transform that country's program as well.
Yes, and I should stand corrected. They have the probably the top junior, although she didn't win 2 years ago in juniors.
Last year.
Or last year, I'm sorry. She lost to the young lady from Mexico, I believe.
That's right.
But Gabby Martinez, world champ, and she's still a junior. So don't count the team from Guatemala, Dr. Ware and Tom Travers.
Good serve from Gutierrez. He got it in and it was low. Snap of the wrist down the line, up in the service box, 2 quick points. This is how game 1 started. Gutierrez raced to a 4-0 lead, and then it got tight.
Oh my. A little bit lazy on that. Don't question his intent. Take it out of the air.
I like the aggressiveness. It was just the execution. Went for the jam serve, but it was a soft jam serve, giving Ochoa plenty of time to turn around.
Yeah, impressed with his ability to wait on that racket prep and execution, as you say.
Tough shot from Gutierrez. I'm surprised how few pinches he's hit in this match. He's been playing a lot more down the line. Different strategy perhaps than what he normally likes to do. We'll see if he goes back to what he's really good at. Great get, Ochoa. And again.
He held up.
And an avoidable hinder called by our official, Gustavo Farrell. Zero serving 3.
Like the sportsmanship on that. Tim, Ochoa has a tendency on that drive serve. He starts central, but by the time he strikes the ball, he's close to that drive serve line. But Polo has to wait a split second to identify where it's going, because he can go right as he did there. It's almost a violation.
Well, Gutierrez almost hesitated in taking that shot. He wanted it to run behind him and then changed its mind and took it. Another point for Ochoa, getting some good serves in and creating some opportunities. Really impressed with how Ochoa snaps his wrists, produces a lot of force with such a short swing. Too good from Gutierrez. What a serve. Kicks out, hits Ochoa, point. And it's simple from Gutierrez. That's exactly what he wants. He loves the pinch up in the service box. He doesn't miss those. Five serving 2.
Each player's coming right with that drive serve just to keep the other player honest. Nice.
Again, though, Gary, look where he took that shot, right in the middle, right up in the service box. It's exactly where you want to be taking your offensive shots because you can do anything with the ball. Another point. What a get. Both players covering a lot of court in this rally.
There it is, ball's down. Tammy, you're talking about going cross court, especially from Ochoa on the return side. But I've noticed both sides, forehand and backhand, both players are not getting crisp passes. They're getting the ball to veer off the side wall. That may be the reason why they're going cross court more often. Even that, he was a little bit late on it. He was able to keep it low enough so the ball pinched out.
Right, Gutierrez serving, 6 serving 2. He lost the first, 15-13.
Ball's down.
Again, it was a loose forehand from Gutierrez. He would expect to do better in those situations. You wonder, he hasn't played many tournaments recently, and you just wonder whether the match fatigue, kind of getting used to playing this kind of match, this kind of level, it takes its toll if you're not used to it.
Call his balls down. No? Replay.
Replay. Ochoa was there. Just slightly hindered.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Ball's veering off that side. That wasn't his intent.
That time Ochoa was able to pass it down the left side. Earns a point. There's that example, Gary, that if you're caught up in the front and you don't put the ball away, now the whole backcourt is open and it's unlikely you're going to get any luck.
Yes, sir. Came down right side again. Errant return by Ochoa, and Polo put it away.
Timeout by Ochoa. It's his first in this second game. Gutierrez lost the first. He's fighting to stay in this. He's up 7-3. We are here at the second binational racquetball tournament at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. 4 nice courts in a huge facility, the Stout Fitness Center. Gary, tell us a little bit about it.
Apropos as far as the name, Mitchell Stout Physical Fitness Center here at Fort Bliss, home to U.S. Army, the German Army. There's a contingent of Germans here who have been here for years, who train with the gringos, if you will. And there's 60,000 people on base. And it's absolutely huge. It's a small city within a larger city of El Paso. The metro area of El Paso and Juarez, about 2 million people. Juarez has more people than El Paso. El Paso has probably about 700,000 people. And there's a tremendous amount of construction here in town. The interstates are all in transition, if you will, for the last 3 years, and it's projected for another 3.
It's a growing city.
Absolutely. Sun Belt, home of the Sun Bowl. University of Texas, El Paso, 1966 Intercollegiate Basketball Championship. Don Haskins, the coach. Street named after him.
And here we go. 7 serving 3. Ochoa took the timeout.
See if he goes with that drive Z. He does.
Oh, what a pass.
That's great.
Incredible. Flick of the wrist, so
Flick
difficult.
Flick of the wrist right, and his head turned left.
And we talked about how unorthodox he is, and there's a great example.
Hey, bring him to our yoga class, Tim.
Another 2 quick points.
This is the polo we've learned to enjoy. He's smiling, at least inside. If it continues this way, folks, we'll go to an 11-point tiebreaker. Each player can get 2 timeouts. Whoever earns more points through games 1 and 2 will have the election to serve.
Well, I don't think Gutierrez will be serving that jam serve anymore. He's tried it twice. It's not hard enough, and it's allowing Ochoa to turn around and just crush it down the right side. Ochoa with the second serve. Great pickup. But again, that pinch sets it up. Wasn't a perfect pinch. Ochoa got there, but kept it up. Gutierrez put it away.
That time he went straight in. Pure front wall. 2 bounces out of the reach of Ochoa.
Great Z serve. Defensive from Ochoa. Gutierrez lined up the pinch, tried the little flick again, but not that time. Thank you all for joining us as we provide this coverage for you. This quarterfinal in the Pro Division. Ochoa versus Gutierrez. If you have any questions about the tournament, players, etc., feel free to put them in our chat box. Thanks to those of you who shared this on as you're watching Gutierrez take complete control of this second game.
Textbook pass left side. Took some pace off it, hit through it. Second bounce, 38 feet from the front wall. Short serve. So Polo's been going with the Z on second serves. That time he changes it. Didn't serve him well.
Well, Gutierrez just kind of, his feet got stuck.
Watching the World Series last night, that's what happened on the could have been the final play of the game when Kinsler got his feet stuck, and it led to a tie for LA. Went on 18 innings, 7.5 hours. They prevailed 3-2.
Well, unlikely to have a 7.5-hour match here, but we hope you are enjoying the entertainment. I want to thank you all for watching. We're certainly enjoying it here in Fort Bliss. What a shot. Gutierrez kept his cool. What a get from Ochoa, but he guides it down the left side. Quite a different game too, Gary.
Absolutely.
Timeout Ochoa. Probably a good one, as you say. If you have them, why not use them?
Things change. People forget how they got there. He's taking a minute timeout. And Gustavo will keep it to a minute. You can be sure of that. Then they get a break, assuming it goes to tiebreaker. Polo comes back in. How did I get here? Usually a coach will review with you. We're here at the Stout Physical Fitness Center, Fort Bliss, El Paso, Texas.
Gutierrez comes out of the court. Just want to say thank you to all our sponsors and everybody who's made this possible, especially Fernando Batista, who sponsored the stream. Great of him to do so. Red Roo Racquetball, we appreciate their support of spreading racquetball around the world, and certainly here in the El Paso Juarez area, where we see a lot of great players coming and competing in this tournament.
We need more Batistas around. Great promoter of the sport. at a time when things are a little compromised with the venues, we need to make sure that we have a lot of energy, Tim. So the clubs will look to add courts rather than subtract. This is a wonderful venue, 4 courts. For this event, we could use another 2. Who knows, with a little meeting with Professor Guillermo, the director of this facility, you never know what could happen.
And we're back in. Here we go. 11 serving 3. Great pass down the line. That time it didn't hit the sidewall, went straight. He earned the side out.
He did. After a timeout, which more times than not will prove beneficial to the receiver who has called that timeout.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive.
Too good. That's such hands. Another point, a little fist pump from Ochoa. Played down in Chihuahua last week and defeated Landa in the final. Ochoa. Landa's here, by the way, the #1 seed. Also Alan Natera. Also Felipe Camacho. Quite an international group playing in this pro division.
Very great treat for the home folk here.
Two loose shots, and then Gutierrez got one right. Side out 11-6. Excuse me, 11-5.
Great pass, right side, textbook.
Another terrific pass from Gutierrez.
Forcing return of serve, and then he earned the opportunity to end the rally. Reverse C. Avoidable hinder. Towel timeout.
Good call, I think, Gary. Even, Ochoa was saying, but I jumped, and I think he was clearly impeding Gutierrez from hitting that shot, even though he did jump.
Question is, what does a jump mean? It's failure to clear. I mean, had he shot it and didn't hit him, that's fine, but he holds up.
So a point for Gutierrez. Another good serve, kicks out. A skip from Ochoa. Gutierrez looking for a tiebreaker. A reminder, he lost the first, 15-13. Replay, I think the right call. It's close, but
that could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, folks, meaning he could have called an avoidable as well. He was blocking it. Great serve.
Here's his opportunity. Runs down to his forehand side. Great pickup again, but not that time. Interesting that he ran around to hit that on his forehand rather than take it on his backhand.
Yeah. He takes it on his backhand. He'd force his opponent into the right side and it would open up the left passing lane. This is towards the end of the second game, they know what feels good, what doesn't.
Great serve, Ochoa.
He's playing with that right side drive serve line. Hasn't been called yet, but certainly it's close.
But you saw Ochoa also ran over to the left side to hit the forehand and again got punished. Great shot by Gutierrez. Second serve. Brings up game point number 1 for Gutierrez. Game point saved by Ochoa. Kept his cool.
All short. Look for Nick Lobb left.
Wow.
Splat winner right side. Waited nicely on that, Tim. Set his base, hit through it, didn't overswing. Yeah, good call. Failure to move.
Game point number 2 for Gutierrez. He needs this for a tiebreaker. It's a good serve. Here's his opportunity. Again, doesn't put it down, leaves it waist high. Punished by Ochoa.
Two game points saved by Ochoa. See if he can get back into this game. That'll help.
As you mentioned in game 1, you've got to focus on 1 point at a time and not really think about the score line.
Another motivation is for, if he doesn't win this game, to recapture his consistency, the serves that work, the confidence going into the tiebreak. Not to mention the game score to see who serves the tiebreak.
Game point number 3.
And there it is.
Beautiful soft hands from Gutierrez. He takes the second game. We're going to a tiebreaker, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in 2 minutes. And welcome back, everyone. Tim Baghurst joining you with Gary Mazeroff for this tiebreaker in the men's pro division quarterfinals between Ochoa and Gutierrez, both players from Mexico. Great quarterfinal. First to 11, win by 1. Gutierrez to serve first. Soft hands up in the middle of the court. Strike first does Gutierrez.
Continues the theme. Drive, serve left. Occasional right.
Ochoa wanted 2 bounces. Gutierrez is pulling up his knee pad in the middle of that point. And side out in favor of Ochoa.
Skip that in, right side. 1-1, first one to 11. Earns a berth to the semifinal.
Well, Gary, we talked about the skips from Gutierrez. Only 1 in that second game. Highlights why he won that second game a little bit better, but looked like a skip from here. That's 2 in this tiebreaker in 4 rallies.
His coach told him 1 per game. Once again, he's playing with that right side, but it hasn't been called. That's a different twist. He comes with the half lob right side. Oh, overhit.
3 skips now in this tiebreaker from Gutierrez. 3 serving 1 in favor of Ochoa.
We talked about at the end of the second game, Tim. Maybe Ochoa didn't have the wherewithal to come back and win that game, but let's set a tone for the tiebreak. And that's what he's doing now.
2 bounces called. Side out. Gutierrez had a lot of success with the Z to the left side. Let's see if he continues with that.
Yes. Okay, ran around the backhand, hit a forehand.
Didn't hit it clean. Gave Gutierrez a setup and he put it away. 2 serving 3.
So now he's changed his position. He moved more left to hit that Z. And he has that inside out swing, so if he sees that Ochoa is overplaying it to the left, he can cut one to the right.
Beautiful shot from Gutierrez. His favorite shot is the pinch, and he shows you why. Suddenly, it's 4 serving 3. Sticking with the Z. Set up. Look at how Gutierrez ran over to the forehand side, and you can see why. Reverse pinch winner, 5 serving 3. All of a sudden, 4 points in a row.
It's like a cat jumping over a table. Fascinating.
What? I have no idea what that means.
I have 4 cats, my friend.
Oh, we have fun here. We hope you enjoy the coverage we're providing. Ochoa decides to take a timeout. Probably a good one, Gary.
Next time you're over my house, I'll show you what I mean, my friend.
I want to thank all the sponsors who've helped make this event possible. We've seen a huge increase in numbers of participants from last year. Also in the pro division, some terrific names in this division. Obviously, you're watching Gutierrez and Ochoa. We also have Alan Natera. We have Alejandro Landa. and Felipe Camacho competing in this tournament. They are fighting today in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final tomorrow.
15 categories of play, from novice to pro in singles, men and women. Doubles, the pro open doubles, AB doubles. Masters events, all the way through, I think the elder statesman in this tournament is 69 years of age. The youngest, I believe, is 10. Took our 54-year-old birthday girl, Lupita Caso, to a tiebreaker earlier today after she lost after winning the first game 15-1.
And we're back in. Six serving three, 5 points away from this match, Gutierrez, and a place in the semifinals. Ochoa straight down the line.
New shirt, new stroke. Coming back to the drive. Which side? Left. Nick lob, but didn't nick. Got away with it.
Another skip, Gutierrez. 3 of the points earned by Ochoa, a result of errant shots from Gutierrez. But then he does something like that. Great shot. Can't do anything about it.
That's strong,
side out.
man.
See if he sticks with the Z. Oh my goodness. Not that time, Gutierrez. What do you think about Ochoa running over to hit that on a forehand? I mean, he's doing it, but he's not really returning it very well.
You know, he's making a statement too. He's making Polo adjust his serve, or at least think about it. I like it. Now, Polo, next time, maybe come.
Cross court.
Yes. Right side. Oh my, watch out. This is what the crowd wanted, Tim.
And we should mention we have a good crowd here, Gary. Really enjoying this match. Enjoying their spaghetti lunch. Appreciate all of the volunteers who've helped make this event possible.
Let's recognize Dr. Faflick, our food and beverage coordinator. Did a heck of a job here. See, that was an invasion in Spanish.
Okay, so what you're
It's called a drive serve violation. We'll discuss the rule when we have a break. But bottom line is it wasn't called. And so it gives an advantage to the server. They're getting more territory than they deserve.
essentially what you're saying is that by serving over to the right side, they're screening the opponent unfairly,
Correct.
according to you.
That's correct.
Should be a replay.
Yes.
It will be. Ochoa straight down the middle. Had multiple opportunities to win that point. Again, though, it's a tiebreaker. Maybe you're trying to do too much. Ball's rising, overswinging a little bit. Gutierrez. Oh, wow.
Uncanny. Overhead reverse pinch winner left side. 36.7 feet. That's impressive. Nope, skipped in. Took it off the short hop. Great play. Wasn't able to execute.
Gutierrez 3 points away from this match. 8 serving 5. Terrific defense from Gutierrez. But that's a clean shot, backhand side from Ochoa, and you can see that little fist pump. He needed that.
Great Z return. Front court, lifts it high over his head. As you said, got back there and put it away. Nice. Errant return. Dead ball replay, first serve again.
And the difference there from Gutierrez is he just kind of pushed up on that shot rather than driving through, and that's why the ball stayed up.
Yes.
Maybe with fresher legs, earlier in the match, you drive through that.
And mental fatigue as well.
Sure.
Great serve.
That's a good shot from Ochoa. 6 serving 8. Should be a replay. Gutierrez doesn't like it. You can see the expression. I think probably the right call.
Could have gone either way. I would have called it a side out.
It's the challenge of officiating. I want to recognize Gustavo Farrell. A lot of these are just judgment calls, split-second decisions you have to make.
Correct.
Great hit, Ochoa. Not that time. Wide angle pass. Ochoa pushing up to cover the pinch. Gutierrez hits it behind him. Point given. Ochoa was looking for a replay because he thought it hit the door, corner of the door, forcing an awkward bounce. Timeout Ochoa, 9 serving 6 in favor of Gutierrez. Good timeout, you get 2. This is his second,
Yeah,
probably wise to use it.
You have a resource, use it.
Well, just a reminder, there's more matches coming up over the next 24 hours. Of course, we will have the pro semifinals and final. Terrific entertainment. Some very, very good players here. Many internationals, Gary, and I think it's worth mentioning that you know, there's a reason it's called the binational, because it's not just about one nation. It's inviting everybody to come to this tournament.
Correct. Binational meaning we're at the border, the frontera. Texas, Mexico, New Mexico. But, ultimately, we'll call it the multi-national event.
Well, we have players from 5 or 6 countries here. And we're back in. Ochoa took the timeout. Gutierrez 2 points away from this match and a place in the semifinal. Let's see if he can close it out. He's got his opportunity.
Skipped it in.
Wow. Waited for it. You saw him. He didn't move his feet at all. Again, you talked about the mental and physical fatigue.
And the cat, Ochoa, was right behind him. He knew he was right there. Good try.
Yeah, you have to say, Gutierrez, it wasn't a great reverse pinch, and it was almost, because it was bad, mistimed by Ochoa. He was expecting something a little lower. Side out, 9-6.
Oh, with the Z on the first serve. Fault serve.
Oh, Gutierrez diving get. On his knees again, Ochoa. Great pass, another get. He runs up Ochoa and puts it down.
Fist pump.
Gary, we mentioned this.
Fist pump.
Ochoa, it's courageous to run up and take that ball early, but when you do and you execute, the point is finished.
When you execute, yes.
Which is a challenge.
Certainly, but you're banking on your history, your ability, your skill set, which he has. You let it go, you're in deep court, then you have to make the perfect shot.
Want to say a quick thanks to Fernando the Hurricane Batista for his support of this stream, Red Roo Racquetball. Appreciate all he does for racquetball, both here and abroad, providing you this coverage. Here we go. Ochoa serving. That's tough. 3-shot rally.
Tim, you and I have worked together for years. We talk about nuances, the timeout, coming out of the timeout, changing your strategy. Calls that aren't made or are. Don't let it get to you. Focus. Nick Lobb, great serve.
Ochoa has what he wants. Great hands from Gutierrez. Long rally, Ochoa steps up and gets the pass. Again, attacking it early.
And then we got the double fist pump.
This is a great ending to this match. 8 serving 9. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching. Wonderful to have these two on display in a quarterfinal. Can't wait for the semifinals. Landa, Natera, Camacho, and several others.
The $2,000 purse for singles will be split amongst the winner, the semifinalists, and the quarterfinalists. And here we are, empate, tie at 9. Tie break. First to 11 wins.
9 serving 9. Gutierrez hasn't taken any timeouts in this tiebreaker. 3 quick points from Ochoa. Tries to go down the right. First to 2, Gary. This is what we want to see. Great entertainment. Oh no, Ochoa wants that one back.
He does. That was a tough shot.
But as you said, this is where you have to be mentally tough and let that one go.
All right, let's get a Polo timeout. Great concept.
So first timeout taken by Gutierrez. Ochoa elects to stay in the court. Just want to say a quick thank you to all the sponsors of this event. Gary, it's been good to see the growth. This is the second tournament. You held it here last year, and we've seen quite some growth in this tournament over the last 12 months.
Significant growth, you're right. Number of countries represented, number of states. Quality of play has elevated. More excitement here internally. We have 10 people that are active military participating. Their entry fees are waived.
That's fantastic.
In fact, we had others come. For some reason, they didn't enter and they wanted to get in. We'd like to open it up to all of them. But we encourage people to read our blasts and adhere to the deadline.
Oh, what a get, Ochoa. My goodness.
Ball's down.
Point given. Ochoa wanted the replay. He won't get it. Suddenly, we have match point. Let's see if Gutierrez can close it out at the first time. Great serve. It's coming off the back wall.
There it
Oh,
is.
my goodness. A flick of the wrist on the backhand side. What a shot from Gutierrez. He takes it 11-9.
Want to thank Gustavo for officiating the match. Tim, after the second game, after game 2, I went over to Gustavo and I asked him for his impressions of the first 2 games, and he said, just great play and great sportsmanship. And
I agree.
we have there, man. That's wonderful. And we have another one coming up, do we not?
We do. We want to say thank you to all of you watching, of course. We're going to reset the feed, but we'll be back for more matches. We're just watching over here as Gustavo Farrell confirms the scores. But from myself and, of course, Gary Mazeroff, thanks so much for watching.